Hello there, my good friends of YouTube. Today I'm going to cover a couple of subjects of what I'm going to show you today, and the first one is about a 5/5 timer circuit that somebody emailed me asking me if I could show a 5/5 timer circuit running a flyback. There is a couple of videos that I've done actually in the past with some quite recent, actually going back quite a few videos now, that I was using a 5/5 timer circuit on a flyback, but I'm going to basically explain to you the best way and the safe way of how to connect one up using the timer circuit. Now, the best thing you could do really is to first off is to make sure that your potentiometers are turned down. Give it a bit of around about a quarter of a way of turn, just to ensure that they're not turned up fully, as when you do eventually get the right pin on the flyback, it will bite you. The best way to connect them up is to basically start off with the first pin like so, and then the second output cable. Get a nice high voltage cable and come as far back as you possibly can, and then just keep tapping each one like that, going around, and then the next one, and keep going around, and then the next one, and so on, and keep doing that until eventually you will hit a output. Now, there's one or two, maybe even three different sets of pins that enable the flyback to work. You will know when you've got the right one because the cables won't get hot and the transistor won't get hot. Now, I've got the right pins, which is there, because you can normally mark it. If you mark it with a red, the output pin will be, you can mark it with a red pen, okay, like I have just there. Can you just see that red bit? And then the connecting pins you can mark with a black marker. That's what I do with all my flybacks, then I don't have to mess around trying to try different pins. And then what you do then is, once you've got the correct pin, like so, hold on, then of course once you've got the right pin you can go and turn your potentiometer up. You'll know when you have got the correct pin because your transistor will stay just warm, and your wiring won't get hot, and your flyback won't get as hot as quick as well. And if you've got the right pins, you can have many tens of minutes of enjoyment. Of course, a 5/5 timer chip can only go up to around 16 volts, so just be careful not to turn it up too much. You can always you know, just run it from a power supply, 12 volt power supply, just like that. Just make sure that you've got a good amperage output on that transformer, because you eventually will burn it out. This is why I do play with these a lot upstairs in my room at night when my wife's watching soaps. I take a circuit upstairs and a couple of flybacks, and I just play around with them all night. Okay, so that's that. Be safe, guys, with these, okay? When you're connecting them up, follow my steps and you won't get bitten. Okay, right, next thing. I've done a few mods on my my bench variac. Do you remember when I was using that X-ray transformer and I annihilated that plug because my me fuse got that hot it had a shat, as somebody sent me a message and that made me laugh when he said that your fuse just had a shat. I think it was flyback something, I can't remember his name now. He's quite a funny chap. But anyway, so what I've done now, I only use this of a maximum of 10 amps, okay, even though I've got a 13 amp fuse in there just to be on the safe side. I don't want to get warm, so anything I connect on there now is a maximum of 10 amps, and this goes up to 100 amps, but of course this is only a 20 amp, but I could push it to around about 40 amps and it shouldn't complain really. So I've got a nice heavy duty breaker, okay, and the wiring on that is 30 amps, so, and I could push that to around about well over 30 amps as long as I don't push it too much, of course. So the wiring is quite thick under there. It's off shower cabling, which is around about 35 amps I think it is, something like that. So, and what I've done as well, I've got another light on there just to let me know when it's on. That lets me know that there's power going to the variac, but it won't put any output until I turn this. And I've got a nice big breaker under there, a nice breaker, 60 amp ballast, which goes to that, which brings down a little bit of the current, and nice breaker there which enables all the wiring to my variac. These thin wires that you'll see around the variac are any lights enabling me to show me that there's power going to stuff. All the thick wiring is all the wiring to the outputs. And now listen to this when I turn it on. Nothing gets warm anymore now because I've changed all the wiring to take the load. Nothing's going to get warm. As you can see, there's some fans there to keep everything cool and keep the air moving around. And then when I press this in, there's the light lock. Everything turns off. Pretty cool, eh? That's a very, very large rectifier down there. That's for my DC output, which I've got a DC output there, and I've got a DC output there. That's quite high. I can't remember how many amps that rectifier is now, but it's quite high. And I've put a nice filter in just down there as well. A nice filter. That's quite high amperage as well. So there you go, guys. Looking better, working better. Tied it up a little bit more. I'll show you that once more. And then I can, of course, 275 volts output. And that's me amp draw for everything. So there you go. Pretty cool, I love that. So, thanks for watching, guys. Look after yourselves, be safe with flybacks, and we'll speak again.